Bought a bag of tasty pork rinds from Pork Rinds. Well, pork. What is that? Oh, Family Kettle. They have kettle corn and pork rinds. So $10. I think it's worth it because nice and fresh, and they're making like right over there. So I had my eye on it for the last time I was here and today.
But it's a ISO system. It goes from the sun to
Look how cool that looks.
Using release pressure, back, release pressure, set oil back to the sun, and then that sun is vented, but there is a pressure regulator on it.
That's really cool. Just ducked into the museum quickly, basically to use the bathroom. I'm not going to be staying in here too long. Like I said, I filmed a walkthrough of this place years ago, and I intend to come back and do like a update video. This has been a really long time since I've been here. I'll show you pretty quickly. Really cool, but like I said, I'm not going to focus too much on this. I'll come back because I mainly just want to work around the air show and what's here because of the air show. But expect a nice walkthrough here when I come back.
In the car, in our chair.
That's a Chewy like themed one. This is for Gerald A. Stamberg Middle School. That's really cool. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to come back here one time and film a walkthrough of this museum. I just don't want to put the time into it now. I really want to just concentrate on the air show stuff. Jets going again, and boy, those things get loud. This is the Flight Tech Sim Center. Speaking here quickly. It's called the Bueller Building. Really cool. Some more awesome equipment to look at. Basically, these are just like basically it was supposed to be flight simulators for kids. They do something here with Lego sometimes.
Program, right? Training program.
I just wanted to peek in here quickly and show you. It's getting late in the day, so they're probably going to be quitting soon. They have some more cool airplanes on display above us. Okay. Can't quite see it. I caught a few minutes earlier, but there's like 5 or 6 of like jets flying together, trailing a whole bunch of smoke behind them. It's all part of the air show. That part, like I said, goes earlier between 1 to 5. I showed you a little bit of it, but you'd be surprised how many times I went out there and it was like in between when they were doing any of the flying. I kept missing it, but I got to show you some of it. There's a lot of people out there sitting in chairs watching it, grabbing any shade that they can. Look at that lonely old plane. I think not too many people come back here. A lot of people probably don't even see it. Looks like today they have a Catholic Mass Saturday at 5 p.m. in the CFAA building. It's good to know. This thing's cool. That's the thing they were driving around earlier. Home Jetmobile. That's really cool. That's awesome. And this thing was spinning. That's really cool. Trying to catch them, but like I said, it's hard. They're so fast. And they're tiny and they keep moving. Not sure I mentioned it, but this is called the Holmes Jetmobile. I wanted to show one more time on my way out. That is cool. This is the first really unique, I guess you could say. I mean, it's not really an automobile, but you can drive it around. That I've seen since I rode that giant banana car in Winter Haven, I think a year or two ago now. So this is, might even be considered even more unique than that. But this is really cool, guys. I'm done. I can't help. One last look. That thing's really cool. Okay, well, I gotta get going. It's getting late and I have a bit of a drive home. Alright, everyone, I think that's it. They have one more day, which is tomorrow. And they have one more day, which is tomorrow, the 19th. Probably won't be coming. Today's the 18th. I really enjoyed myself, and you know what? There was an incredible amount of things to check out here. Lectures, demonstrations, people to talk to for interviews, displays, cool planes to look at, the museum, lots of stuff. And they had a whole list of different talks and everything that was scheduled. No way anyone could do all of it. There was a lot going on, press conferences, things like that. So I really got to show you really a small part of what goes on at this air show. And I can see why this newspaper article I read, well, that wasn't a newspaper article, it was a news article, said about how this was the second largest in the country. I could believe it, because there's a lot here. But I want to thank the FUN Aerospace Expo for inviting me down for a media invite. Again, here's my pass again, and I had the one for the full week. I said I could have came every day this week to go see it. I was only able to make it Wednesday, and today's Saturday, but I do hope to be invited again next year. I definitely want to check it out and show you even more of it. Like I said, there's a lot here, and it's really impossible to film the whole thing. There's just so much going on, and there's just so much schedule. But yeah, I enjoyed it. A lot of educational displays. I love the history of this, and there's so much here. You look at all the different planes, and especially the ones that had wartime service. So there's a lot here to learn, and just yeah, it really gets your historic learning brain working when you're here at this place. And I did end up filming a quick walkthrough of the museum. And I'll put that up. I don't know if I will, when I'll get a chance to come here and do a more thorough walkthrough of the museum. Let's see. It all depends on how much time I have when I get up here, because this is quite a bit of distance from my house where I live. But if I get a chance to come up here and film this museum, I will do a more taking my time walkthrough, because I did a pretty quick walkthrough of this of the Florida Air Museum. I did film a more in-depth walkthrough several years ago, but you know, most museums aren't static, they change. And since this is a pretty major museum, I'm sure there's been a lot of updates and changes since I was here. But I would like to one time come here and film a more thorough walkthrough than I did. It was, like I said, pretty quick. But I think you'll enjoy that. It's going to be in a separate video. But yeah, I think that's it. Again, thanks to the FUN Aerospace Expo for inviting me down. I really enjoyed myself. It's a great event. Hope to come back in the future. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Now, as of today, I already put 2 videos up from Wednesday. That's public. I'm going to have some more come up from some of the different interviews and stuff. So some things you're going to see twice, like that Q&A with the NASA administrator. You're going to see part of it in like the main video, and then the whole thing's going to be in its own separate video. And then each of the interviews are going to be in the one main video, and then they're going to be separate, just in case anyone wants to look them up individually. So you're going to be seeing quite a bit of videos from my time here. But if you have any comments, any questions, let me know. I tried my best to film this as well as I could, but like I said, I'm one person, so it's hard to get to where everything is, because there's so much here, and this place is big. A lot of walking, and the first day I came here, it was really confusing where things were, and I got like different stories from some people who worked here about where this is and where that is. I got lost, and there's some other people who's been here before who was more seasoned, more experienced with coming to this, and he tells me he gets lost too. Now they have an app specifically for the FUN Aerospace Expo. I'm going to try to download that next time, but I gotta wait till I get a new phone, because my phone, I won't be able to do it. I'm having trouble with it enough. But the one guy I know showed it to me, and it shows your position on the map and then where exactly everything is, so you won't get lost. You know where you gotta go for this and that. So in the future, I'm going to have that, hopefully with a new phone, have that on my phone, because that will really help me get things more smoother and get where I gotta go and find what I want, while asking directions, trying to figure it out from the map. Sometimes the map doesn't make it clear, you know. It's kind of weird to use a map sometimes, because it's been a long time since I used any paper maps, you know. But anyways, I will try to do that next time. But that's a good thing for you to know if you want to come here, that they do have that app to use for the FUN Aerospace Expo. But it went from April 14th to the 19th, 2026, and on the website they have the future dates, I think for the next 2 or 3 years, when exactly it's going to be. So if you want to come here, you like airplane stuff, you like history stuff, I definitely suggest you check it out. But be prepared, there's a lot here, and it's really, really, really busy. A lot going on. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody. Bye. All right.